The Dow Jones continues surging to all-time highs, up another 222 points today, while the U.S. economy is crashing. It's Friday, November 15th, 2019. The Dow Jones got a lot of help today from White House economic advisor Larry Kudlow. He came out last night and he said that the U.S. and China were getting close to reaching a deal. This has been going on now for 2 years. We've been getting the same excuse, the same song and dance being told to us now for 2 years. But this is all it took for the markets to surge, for the Dow Jones to go up another 222 points today, while the U.S. economy is crashing. My question to all of you is, and please comment down below, when are the markets going to stop believing this same lie that we've been told now for 25 months? And when are the American people going to wake up that there is going to be no real substance to this trade deal, that we're not going to really get a trade deal? We haven't even agreed to phase one. If we do agree to some garbage in phase one, how long do you think it would take to come to an agreement in phase two when we're talking about intellectual property? There will be no substance in phase one if we even ever get to a phase one deal. Phase two could take many years to come to any kind of an agreement. And if we did ever come to an agreement, this communist regime will stab us in the back the first second that they get. But how long are we going to keep being told the same old lie while the U.S. economy is collapsing? Look, this trade deal, once we get to a phase one agreement, isn't going to change my life. It isn't going to change your life. The only thing that's going to change is the stock market. The stock market will surge, but your life and my life is not going to change. What is going to change our life is what's happening in the real economy, what's happening day to day. That's what's going to change your life and my life. And that's why all of our lives are changing right now, and not for the best. These markets, like the Dow Industrials, have completely decoupled or detached from industrial production here in America. The economy is real, and living day to day is real. What is not real are these markets. These markets are completely rigged, manipulated. It is a complete illusion. It is not reality. When we look at production, and we look at industry here in America, we look at retail, we look at the auto sector, we look at real estate, we look at what's happening with PMI in the service sector or in manufacturing. We look at all these numbers, and there's a complete contradiction with these numbers and what's happening on Wall Street, a complete decoupling, a complete detachment, because Wall Street is an illusion. Our life, your life and my life, is reality. And people are living in reality, and it's getting harder and harder for the average American to pay their bills here in America. It's getting harder and harder to save money. It's getting harder and harder to live day to day. That's reality. But yet we're being told on the media that we shouldn't worry about anything. Everything's okay because the stock market's going up. And so many Americans have been so fooled and so brainwashed that while they're living in their own economic collapse right now, paycheck to paycheck, no money saved up, a flat tire away from a real emergency, these people believe everything's okay because the media is telling them that the stock market is up. Yet these people aren't even in the stock market, but we've been so conditioned to believe that the economy's fine as long as the stock market is doing well. And the average American better wake up, because the economic collapse is unfolding right now. This is why most people don't have any money. This is why most people are living paycheck to paycheck. This is why most people can't afford to pay cash for anything. They're living off of credit cards, and they're acquiring massive amounts of debt. This is why most people have no net worth. This is why most people are going to be in very, very big trouble when this collapse does hit America, because they have not prepared. They've gone along with what the media has told them. They've been living paycheck to paycheck, buying things. Many people still buying things that they don't need, living beyond their means, going Christmas shopping when they haven't even paid off last year's credit card for all the Christmas shopping that they did in 2018, being very irresponsible. And at some point, we've got to take responsibilities for our own actions. Yes, we can blame banks, we can blame the government, we can blame the Federal Reserve for many of these problems. They've created massive problems here in America. But at some point, we got to stop worrying about that, and we've got to prepare for an emergency the best that we can. There'll be time afterwards to blame these entities, but right now there's no time for the blame game. You must be preparing for what is coming. You know, I'll tell you what I did. I told you a few videos ago that I ordered from SD Bullion. I ordered some junk silver. This came from SD Bullion. I ordered it about 5 or 6 days ago. It arrived today. I'll open this up in a little bit. And look, you don't have to spend your entire paycheck. You don't have to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars in gold or silver. Take a little bit, cut something out, go buy an ounce of silver, go buy some junk silver. This stuff is on sale. And honestly, I don't know any other place that you can be putting money to prepare for what's coming. I believe you should have some amount of cash, but I believe you have to have hard tangible assets like gold and silver. And I don't know anything else other than security, food, water, and all of your normal preps. Make sure you have pharmaceuticals, a trauma kit, all your first aid gear put away, things like that. But other than all your general preps, where else can you put this fiat currency that is buying less every day? This fiat currency that next year is going to buy less than it did this year. It keeps losing its purchasing power. So while I have some of this monopoly money, I'm going to continue to be buying precious metals because I don't know any other options. And I don't want to just save a pile of cash. I believe that, again, it's losing its purchasing power. So I believe the two most undervalued assets in the world, gold and silver, are the two best options at this point. If you're one of these people that believe that everything is okay, I want to give you some more facts here today. Zero hedge. Fourth quarter GDP crashes, U.S. economy growing slowest pace in 4 years. These numbers are not lying. And again, this is why me as an individual, I'm preparing and I'm making this video to share with you my concerns and my reasonings for preparing. The U.S. Economic Surprise Index has slipped back into the negative after peaking in late September. The index measures the pace at which economic indicators are coming ahead of or below consensus forecasts. Here's the fourth quarter GDP estimates, and they are tumbling, and this should wake up every one of you that you better get ready. St. Louis Fed is predicting fourth quarter GDP at 1.5%. Nowcasting.com predicting it at 1.12%. The New York Fed is predicting fourth quarter GDP to be at 0.39%. And the Atlanta Fed is predicting fourth quarter GDP to be at 0.30%. So we have an average GDP growth estimate at 0.83%. So while the markets are surging all-time highs, our growth here in the U.S. is tumbling to a very concerning number. CBSNews.com, 1 in 5 middle-class Americans are spending more than they make. 4 in 10 Americans struggle to pay for groceries or housing. Zillow reported 25% of renters are having a difficult time affording their rent payments. Yet, we're being told life is good, my friend. 20% of people making or earning $30,000 to $100,000 a year said that they spent more than they earned. 3 in 10 Americans are considered financially healthy. 17% are financially vulnerable. This means that they're struggling to meet all aspects of their financial lives. 54% are coping, and this means that they're failing to manage at least one of their financial factors. I mean, this is really, really troubling. This is happening right now in America during the good times, during the so-called economic boom. I don't think any of us can even interpret in our minds how bad this is going to look when this economy really takes a hit, when we really can no longer hide what's going on. When unemployment starts rising, when it starts ticking up, people are going to be desperate. They are not prepared. So many people are going to be taken by surprise when they should not be. You and I, all you folks watching this video, you know, and you are preparing. I know that most of you get it, but we still have friends, neighbors, people at church, people at work, relatives, husbands, wives, family members that don't get it. And it's just unbelievable that people are blinded to the truth. Here's some more truth though. This is a recession warning. This is also on Zero Hedge. You can find most of this on Zero Hedge. The last one was on cbsnews.com. The case index once again warns of economic contraction. Here's some key points. The shipment index has gone from warning of a potential slowdown to signaling an economic contraction. You and I are being warned, and it's up to you and I what we do with those warnings. We can ignore them and go on with our day-to-day business and hope that nothing happens, but I don't base my life on hope. I base it on reality. I base it on facts and statistics and my gut feeling. And my gut feeling is telling me something is very, very wrong here. Demand is weaker across all modes of transportation, both domestically and internationally. What happens in other countries across the globe is going to affect America, just like things in America are going to affect the rest of the globe. It is all globally connected, whether that's with trade or whether that's financially with the banking with the financial institutions or the banking institutions. We are connected. Let's not forget Deutsche Bank in big trouble. If something big like that like a Deutsche Bank goes down, we are in big trouble. And you're going to ask yourself, why didn't I prepare? Why didn't I know about this? Growing risk that GDP will go negative by year end. Another concern. Weakness in commodity prices and the ongoing decline in interest rates. The weakness in the spot market pricing in transportation are all signaling economic contraction. I don't know how anybody with half a brain can ignore these warning signs, but I guess people don't want to face their fears. They don't want to worry about it until it happens. If you're one of those people, if you're going to worry about when it happens, it's going to be too late for you. What you're going to be dealing with economically will pale in comparison to what you're going to be dealing with socially on the streets of America, because we know that when this whole thing collapses financially, it is going to spill out into America socially. And there are going to be a lot of angry people in America, a lot of desperate people in America, people who aren't getting their medications, people who aren't eating, people whose kids aren't eating, people who are going to lose their pension. These people are going to go absolutely ballistic. They're going to be insane. And unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of them. And we're all going to have to deal with this explosion of violence. SHTFplan.com. Americans now have a record $14 trillion in debt. Remember, this debt will be much harder to pay during the next recession as unemployment starts to rise. I truly believe that we're going to see unemployment start really ticking up, maybe even surging in 2020. A lot of people, I think, watching this video understand that right now the unemployment numbers are very manipulated. There are many more people unemployed right now currently than the media is telling you. Also, most people have forgotten 2008. If you went through 2008, hopefully you didn't forget what happened. I remember it pretty vividly. And for the people that don't remember it, they're going to be in shock when the new 2008 happens, because this is going to be 2008 on steroids. People are going to be forced to cut back on spending, believe it or not. I was talking to somebody today, and we were talking that people just cannot stop spending. They're out of control. But at some point, they're going to be forced, because they're not going to have anything left to spend, because they're going to get tapped out. They will have no choice but to cut back. And many millions of people here in the U.S. are going to default on loans, such as their mortgages, their car loans, their credit cards. We are going to see record-breaking defaults across the board happen right here in America. And people will be forced to cut back. They will be forced to stop spending. And this is where I see the U.S. economy completely spinning out of control. And it's going to spin right out of control. And socially, we're going to see things spin out of control. And if you are not preparing for this, you are going to be in a big, big mess. It's going to be bad for anybody. No matter how prepared you are, nobody is going to be prepared enough to avoid what is coming to the U.S. economy, period. But all you can do right now is prepare the best that you can, topping off all your preps, making sure that you have some of this. This is going to help at least soften the blow. Remember, you're going to need security, number one, food, water, medical gear. Make sure you have all your pharmaceutical necessities put away. I have a couple trauma kits. Make sure you have a good pair of boots. Make sure you have jeans. Make sure you have the right type of clothing for your environment. And just prepare the best you can. But look, nobody is going to be immune from the pain. It's coming. But I ordered this about 5 or 6 days ago. I'll just pull one of these out. Again, you don't need to be spending thousands of dollars. These are 1964 Kennedys from SD Bullion. Got these 5 or 6 days ago, as I said. And I just got a few of these tubes. They're 90% silver. These are incredible if you want to barter. But you could get dimes, you could get nickels, quarters, whatever you need to get. When you're talking about buying precious metals, this is about the most economical way to do it. Remember, these are all government minted coins. This is a Kennedy $50 right here, 1964. So you've got a government minted coin. You're paying the least over spot, and you can get these within days, and they're very affordable. So I got these at SD Bullion. I have a link down below if you're interested. I don't own the company. I don't work for the company. I bought these with my own money, and probably on my next paycheck, I'll take some more money out and buy some more, because I believe that there are very few choices right now where you can be spending your monopoly money, and two of the best are gold and silver. In fact, they are the best. So I'm going to wrap it up right here on this beautiful Friday afternoon. I've got to take off and get to work in a little bit. But before I go, look, don't fear what's coming. Embrace what's coming. Embrace the fight. These are going to be the most exciting times in history, and you're going to be here to experience it. Yes, there are very scary times coming, but you have been put here for a reason. God is telling you to prepare. He is waking you up. So listen to your heart, your spirit. Listen to what God is telling you. Take every day as a day of preparation and do something productive that makes you a better person, whether that's going to the gym or going for a run on the trail or running around the block or just going for a walk. Look, I know people are older. I know there's a lot of people out there that aren't in great shape and you just can't go run 10 miles today. Go for a walk, change your diet, eat better, eat cleaner, do something productive, get in a better mental mindset and start preparing yourself for what's coming. Get in better financial shape and start stacking some of this while it's on sale. You don't have to wait in line for this. It's on sale. You can have this within days, and it's going to make you a stronger person financially. Make yourself a better, stronger person spiritually, make yourself stronger physically, and make yourself stronger mentally. All these things you can be doing starting today. You can get on it today. You can go to the gym today. You can go to the range today. You can work on your security. Go buy some brass. Go buy some silver. Go buy some gold. Make sure you got all your food preparations away. Go buy a couple cases of water at your local grocery store. Do something productive. Start waking up your family at home that some serious events could be coming. They should all be preparing also. Make sure that they know how to operate all of your security. And just make sure that they're getting in the mental mindset that they may see some things they never thought they would ever see here in America. But use this time wisely, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. We don't know how much time we have. And every day that goes by, thank God you had another day to prepare and become stronger mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. God bless every one of you. Have a great weekend. Talk to you very soon.